So good morning to you guys and welcome along out with a ride out with RB. Got the crew with me, I'm just taking the lead position. And I'm just going to pull over and let the guys pass. So there goes Kirsty on her little ZSB 125. There comes Shelley. And then Stefan's going to take the front position. I'm going to tail in Charlie. And ride out in position 3. Okay, nice steady ride, and the first day that we are open we are back up to the Super Sausage. So we've all just met down at Eclipse Motorcycles, and Phil was down there to open the garage up, welcome us all with a couple of coffee. And luckily Phil was in this morning because I had a major issue with my back brake. I got flashed going down to the garage, and a chap in the car said, "You got no brake lights, mate?" Oh no, there's going to be a bulb. Put my side lights on, both side lights are fine, and both of my stop bulbs were intact. And it turned out I got a blown fuse on the main power board, and it was all caused by a slightly corroded brake bulb. So we changed the bulb out, thanks very much Phil, changed my brake bulb out. Still had no rear brake on the front switch, and then we realised I must have been cleaning it and I've knocked one of the control cables off, one of the electrical cables connectors off the front brake switch. So issue solved, RB is back and running, and as I say we're going to take a ride up to Super Sausage. I'm puddling along at a nice steady 45. RB has never been so slow down the A5, so I won't need to blur the clocks out today guys. But we found we had a good laugh on the yard, so we're just going to head off. What I'm going to do as we come into Super Sausage, I'm going to take the lead on this, because I've already spoken to the guys. I said to RB, he's on his way with a few bikers, make sure I've got some spaces reserved. But we are ready for a very, very busy jam-packed morning. Obviously a lot of people have commented on the Super Sausage page that they are open, and then we had a couple of people say, "Oh yes, but what about social distancing, because the entrance to Super Sausage Cafe is really tiny if people are going in and out." Chris has actually got a second door, so you can go in one, you can go out the other door. It's one of the guys, he just footed me as he went past. Yeah, so Chris has obviously said, look, you know, we're monitoring social distancing for the protection of our staff, but you're going to have to obviously be aware and social distance yourself, guys. You know, it's not down to Chris and his crew of police around about 100 people say to them, look, 2 meters or 1 meter, just maintain your distancing, guys. So obviously we were pulled up on the yard, and we all us guys, obviously we get to ride out quite a lot together. We are social distancing at about a meter and a half, but obviously what better social distance tool to get out on a motorcycle. And I did say to the boys, I said, you know, obviously we'll take it easy when we get there, try and space the bikes apart, you know, and obviously tell people to social distance, you know, just back off a bit, mate, you know, some still social distancing, do you mind just moving back a bit? But it's up to people to self-police, you know. You're going to be an absolute numpty and get right up in someone's face, hello mate, how's your bike, you are going to bring on that second wave. So if you are going out to biker cafes, obviously over the next couple of weeks, because everything is all open, then just do distance yourself a little bit. Just be careful, you know, that bug is still out there, it's not gone completely. It's like the odd winter cold, you know, you can avoid it as much as you can, but you know darn well you're going to get it at some stage if you don't take the precautions and self-protect yourself. So that's a couple of things that we are going to be doing this morning, and obviously just taking it a little bit easy. We are expecting it to be very, very busy, so we're just going to take our time with it and have a nice little bit of fun. And obviously I'm back here tail gunning just to keep the cars back off the girls, and Stefan's right at the front, he's taking the lead, and obviously he's on the outside the lane exactly the same as I am, and we're just buffering the girls from obviously the idiot drivers that are out there. Now I did go past a couple of pubs last night, and obviously Bletchley is renowned for having quite a few pubs in the local area, and I couldn't believe how many people were actually sat at the pubs. Obviously they were queuing to get into the pub, taking the time to get drinks, which is good, But as soon as they come out, they got the pints. Everyone was just stood next to each other. Guys, you know, pubs have only just opened, and then one of their friends, she actually posted a village up from Waven's, posted her Facebook up from Waven's Sass. Some guy being picked up by a taxi, and he's honking his guts up outside her front house. She went, obviously it's the first day the pubs are open. Some people can't handle their beer. Yeah, lit another numpty. So our village pub that we've got, and obviously I'm not going to tell you what village I'm in because it will give away where the bike is, but our village pub, nice little Italian village pub, and they were only opening in the garden, which is brilliant. And they've got all the tables spaced away, big signs on all the tables, families only at tables or close friends. Other chairs and tables are available for people that wish to social distance. I thought, brilliant, well done guys. And they were actually taking orders at the bar, cardless only, no cash, cardless payments only, one member of the family to come in at a time, and they were bringing the drinks out to you at the table with all their masks and that on. So well done to my local village pub that were actually playing a lot safer than some pubs were. And they did have a limit on the amount of people that could come to the pub, so they were saying to them, you know, no more than sort of 30 to 40 in the garden at a time. Obviously their garden is about 1/4 of an acre, so they were telling people in the pub to just take it a little bit easy. And obviously the lounge bar was open for food, but there was hardly any tables in the lounge bar, hardly any tables out in the conservatory, and obviously they were distancing people. And where you go to the toilet, obviously you get up from your table, go to the toilet, there is a nice good 2 metres gap all the way down the restaurant. So well done, that's my local village pub. So nice to see that we are obviously still playing safe, guys, and that you are taking it easy. So we're about halfway down the A5, still at 45 mile an hour, and obviously up the front you've got Stefan on his big bike, Kirsty's behind on a ZSB. We are out of ZSBs at the garage. I've sold the last 2 this week, and I believe Carl's video went up yesterday or the day before, which was me riding his little ZSB in blue. He's due to pick that up in about 3 days time. And I've finished off Emily's Titan as well, so Emily's Titan is up on the video as well, so that's on one of my feeds. And if you do like the look of the bike in front of me, that's the ZSX-F. Now Shelley absolutely loves her little bike, and she calls it Lexi, L-E-X-I. And that little ZSX-F is a gorgeous little bike from the back. It's got a really nice tail can on that, and obviously she's gone for the added top box, which is brilliant if you want to obviously take something out and you want to put some bits and pieces in rather than get it under the seat, because there's not a lot of storage on those ZSX-Fs. But a little top box on the back, and it's got that nice big red rear reflector on it, so it's going to nice and bright as well. I have got one left. Obviously I've got a lot of people asking about it, but I have got no sort of obviously confirmed deposit on that bike. So if you are after a ZSX-F, I have it in black, hers is in red, but the black ZSX-F is an absolutely glorious little machine. And before that they used to do the XTRS. The XTRS was one of our biggest sellers before Lex Moto discontinued them and brought out the ZSX-F and the ZSX-R. Now obviously the F is a better looking bike than the R. The R's got the more rounded front on it, so I'd say if you're going for one of those, nice little commuter tourer bike, go for the F every time. Very reliable engine. Shelley uses hers on a daily basis and she's always out on ride outs. Or if you've got just 1490 in your pocket, up the front of Shelley we've got the ZSB. I'm just going to move into position 1, you can get a glimpse of that bike. So the ZSB's sitting up there, and Kirsty's got a top box on hers as well. So that's the 2 bikes that we're out with this morning. Now obviously the girls were out with another YouTuber last week. They've been out with quite a few YouTubers. They were out with Dizlox, and that's spelled D-I-Z-Z space L-O-X, Dizlox. He rides an LXR, and he knows how to ride that damn bike, I tell you. Nothing that Diz can't do with his LXR. They went out for a ride out, and obviously if you're following my page, all my moto vloggers that I follow are down the bottom, so you can get an idea on what the guys do. negotiate the roundabout so I can make sure that the girls are all good, and just got it on before it went to the yellow. Right, what I'm going to do in just a second is blast past the girls, and I'm going to go and get the spaces reserved. So I'm just going to let the traffic come, and I've got a hill coming up as well, so I can't get past at the moment. Obviously I'm being aware that I've got learners in front of me. I want a clear view of the road before I gun this baby. And single white, so I can't cross. Double white, definitely can't cross. But obviously maintaining that position for the girls. And I've got a clear run coming. Bringing it down for the 50. So I'm going to go ahead on this. I'm going to get our spaces reserved because I know it's going to be busy. Get some spaces reserved for the bikes. They're going to be sitting back there at 45 mile an hour. And we shall see in a second how busy Super Sausage is. I'm expecting to be hordes and hordes of bikes there, and a lot of them are just they've obviously been down for early breakfast, giving the guys a nod. Just coming down into Pottersbury, nice steady 50. Just coming up past the other biker stop. And obviously that is Churchill's motorcycles there. Terry and the crew, Ian and all the team. They are sort of semi-locked down at the moment. They are only doing MOTs and I believe tyres at the moment. But obviously probably two of the best bike shops in Milton Keynes, which is Eclipse. And obviously up the other end of the city you've got Churchill's. And it's not that bad. It is not that bad. And I am going to occupy my usual spot in the corner. So what we're going to do, we're going to back up here, just let the team pull in. So Stefan's got the lead at the moment, and then Kirsty and Shelley are back there. But first day back at Super Sausage. Right in front of me, that is Chris's bike, so that's Chris's Kawasaki. Now he normally has it back here with me. Get a hand up so they can see me. And just quick look round before we go and grab ourselves a burger. So it's pretty busy down here at Super Sausage, quite a few regular faces around, so we're going to sign off and get it all reserved, go and meet the guys, and from RB we'll catch up when we're on the ride back.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
A nice little bit of time down at Super Sausage, and Kirsty, Steph and Shirley have all made their way back. That's busy down there today. Obviously the first Sunday since the lockdown they've been open. It's good to see so many faces down there. Absolutely blinding time had by all today. So I'm just making my way back. And as usual, the obligatory sausage and bacon roll for Mrs. B is tucked under the back seat. I'm going to try and get a little bit of mileage on this thing now. And the best bit is, I've got the A5 in front of me, or as we call it, the test strip. Great for just getting there, clearing the cylinders out, having an absolute blast. So when I do get down to the dual carriageway, might be a bit of clock blurring, because obviously all the way up here I'm set at 40-45 for the girls. I'm just itching to get down behind the bubble on this one and give it a blast. So I might have to edit some bits out on this, and obviously say my goodbyes just as I'm pulling up to home. Just keeping up with the flow of traffic at the moment, but little baby has not been given a decent run for a week or so since the last time I blasted it. That micron cannon still sounded really loud. I have to hook the outside lane on this one. And normally I would filter to the front, but can't be bothered at the moment. Not got my race levers on today. Got me textiles on and my Kevlar jeans, just thought for a change. Wear something comfortable. I knew it would be warm. Oh, tyres are nice. Right, might have to catch up with you guys in a minute. Time for a little bit of clock blurring.